Today's Toy Spot, we'll be having a look at the DC Direct Superman Batman Public Enemies Series 1. We're having a look today at the Dark Knight Batman. You either like these figures or you don't like these figures. I would say at least of the Series 1, the Batman seemed to sell, I think, probably the fastest. He was, I think, the hardest to find. He's been repainted a couple of times as well. I think he was also packaged in a 2-pack. Package is very basic. It's really not much, there's not much to be said at all for the package. It's just basically yellow with the very ugly display stand as the top title. I don't know. On the back of the package, other figures you can get from this wave, we have Superman, Batman, Metallo, Shazam, and Captain Atom. As for the read-up for Batman, it says the Dark Knight proves Luthor's accusations against Batman to be baseless, and the world's finest duo prepares to topple the corrupt president's reign once and for all. There you go. What I am going to do is I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get Batman out of package here, and when we reconvene, we're going to get a better look at the figure. Stay tuned, guys. There's more on the way. Stay tuned. Well, there are things I like about the figure, and there's things I don't like about the figure. Let's start with the things I don't like. For starters, I can tell you I don't like this display stand one bit. I've been very vocal about it. Some would say, Spot, tell us really what you think. Don't be hiding it. Well, I can tell you I'm not a fan of this display stand. It is a little ridiculous. The logo I have never liked. Could they not have done some better job of incorporating the Superman S and the Batman logo? I don't know. It's raised as well, which I still think is ridiculous. It is what it is, folks. Luckily, I'm not rating the display stand because the display stand would get a very low rating. We'll just move that aside, though. Alright, let's start with something I do like. At least figure-wise, let's start with something I do like. I like the sheen. Not Charlie. I like the sheen on Batman's cowl. Now that cowl goes all the way down to his cape. He's also got this nice sheen in this cape. I would almost dare say I would like to see that featured on another DC Direct or even a DC Universe style Batman. I just really like that sheen. Charlie, not so much. That sheen also carries over to his Bat logo, also into his pants, also into his boots and gloves. The inside of his cape is more of a matte, which I think works really, really well. That it's not too much. Too much of a good thing is not a good thing. The face sculpt isn't bad. The figure could have used, I think, maybe a slight tweak in the ears. The ears look a little off to me. But I like the paint on the eyebrows. Another thing I like. The paint on the eyebrows, kind of nice. Eyes on Batman, also kind of nice. The choice of gray I like as well is very nice. Alright, Spot, how about something you don't like? I don't like this utility belt. It, for one thing, sits on a weird angle. It kind of sits jetting out. It's rubber, and I've noticed it actually sits in a groove. I don't know if perhaps that it's not sitting in the right spot, but that utility belt does not sit right. It might just be my figure. I don't know. Something else I really am not a big fan of is I don't like the fact that his arms stick so far out. He's got that weightlifter's kind of I can't put my arms down, I always have to walk with my arms out kind of posture. I mean, even if you move the arms forward, it doesn't really fix the problem. He is a bit short, he is a bit stocky, which is what you would expect from the DC Direct Superman Public Enemy Series 1. I mean, all the figures have that same stocky kind of build. But I really like that Batman crest. That logo, if they could incorporate that into another... Basically, if they could take that logo and the way that the coloring of the gray, and they could incorporate that into a DC Universe figure, that would be awesome. I also like the fact that it's embossed, it's raised. It's not just a painted on logo, it is actually an additional sculpted piece, which I like as well. In the way of Batman's articulation, he has a standard swivel in the head. He has a pin and socket shoulder that will allow the arms to move out all the way around, sadly not any further in. Lone tier. He also does bend at the elbows. No articulation. Oh, stand corrected. He has swivel in the arms. No swivel in the waist. The legs bend forward and bend at the knee. Nothing in the feet though. Now I am a sucker for Batman. It's pretty apparent that Spot is a sucker for Batman. So I would say, even though this may not be everyone's cup of tea, you can't go wrong with a Batman figure. Well, yes you can, but this figure isn't too bad. And I would almost say that there's enough things going for it that outweigh the things that are bad with it. For that reason, Batman here is going to get a 6.5, and I would say, don't overlook it. No, my friends, don't overlook it if you see him in your stores. The local comic book stores, you probably could find them fairly inexpensive now. I would say, I would give Batman here a chance. That's all I'm saying, is give Batman a chance. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the DC Direct Superman Batman Public Enemies. We're having a look at the Caped Crusader Batman. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.